So Maddie.
Yes, Mo.
Yeah. So guess what freaking happened the other day?
What happened, Mo?
No, listen to this. So Milo, I freaking get a call from my mom and I was at Taylor's house and she's literally like, Milo got out. We're still looking for him. We don't know where he is. He's been gone for at least an hour. And I was like, oh my God, like I have intuition about these things. Listen, I do. Because
A mother
every time
intuition. Mother's intuition.
exactly. Because every time that he has gotten out, I have had like a feeling that that was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's absolutely crazy how like on point my intuition is about
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And well, so okay, so I was sitting there at Taylor's house and I was like bawling my eyes out because I was like, oh my God, like it's getting darker. They're not gonna be able to find him. He's already been gone for like an hour. Like what if he got on the highway? Like blah 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 blah. And so finally, like Taylor calmed me down, everything. And she's like, go post on Facebook, say you lost your dog. So that's what I did. I went and posted on Facebook that I'd lost my dog. And,
Because everyone uses Facebook still.
well, for like this kind of situation, you would not believe how quick, like if you post, like, I've lost my pet, how quick people are able to find your pet from Facebook.
Really, I had no idea.
Yeah. No, I've found other dogs that way too. And like no, and I tell you how scary like quick this was. I literally posted it and I was walking out of Taylor's house within even 2 seconds. I had somebody message me, he's at Tallgrass.
You mean wait, hold up. Tall grass like the retirement home?
Yes, Tallgrass the retirement home.
How the heck did Milo get into a retirement home?
He just walked right in the door. Just walked because they've got the like automatic doors that open.
And he just walked in and
he
nobody
just
did anything about
he
it.
just walked right in and laid down.
Hold
And
up. Hold up. And they just chilled with Milo,
they
a
just
stray
chilled.
dog.
He had a collar on, so it wasn't like,
So just this random dog walks into a retirement home and all the old people are like, oh yeah, this is great. This is definitely what we need to
Well,
be
dude, when you
doing.
think about how like old people, that they don't have a whole lot of like, especially when you're an old person in a retirement home and stuff, like seeing a dog is kind of like, oh yeah, like
Oh my gosh. So you got Milo back, I'm guessing.
yeah, because and then I texted my mom and I was like, "Hey, he's at Tallgrass. Like I just got a message." And then flooding of messages on Facebook. He's at Tallgrass. I just saw him at Tallgrass. He's at Tallgrass. And so I called my mom and I was like, "Hey, he's at Tallgrass." And so she's like, "Oh, okay. I just went by there and I didn't see him." And I was like, "No, he's inside Tallgrass." And she was like, "Oh."
Yeah,
And
exactly. Like nobody just assumes your dog walks into another building. What the freak, Mo? How are you raising your dog? Like what the...
and so my mom went to go like pick him up and she was still on the phone with me and so I could hear on the other side of the phone like the ladies and stuff, they were like, oh, we loved him, he was so sweet, like we'd love him back anytime.
Well, hopefully next time he runs away, you guys just, he runs into tall grass.
But here's
Best
the
of both worlds.
funnier no here's
Oh
the
no,
funnier
there's
part.
more. There's
Yes, there's
more.
more. Is this dude was all over Facebook. This dude was all over Facebook and the Bartlesville lost and found
Oh
page.
no.
Like he went all the way up and down Highway 75. Pictures were it's like he had a mugshot. And
He's a wanted criminal. He was wanted.
the next thing you know, I see a photo and it literally says found a pit mix going north on Highway 75. Went inside Aldi's, came back out, and then proceeded towards Price Road.
Oh my gosh. Wait, Price Road is the opposite direction of tall grass, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jeez, okay. Okay, good job, Milo.
Went inside Aldi's. They came out.
This dog, I can't even with this dog. Oh my gosh.
Like, I was so, I was flabbergasted. I was like, oh my God, he's like all over Facebook. People are going to think I'm fucking crazy. Like,
No, they definitely think you're fucking crazy. You have a podcast where we review anime. We're not normal.
to another episode of Bingers Anime Edition, Season 2. As always, I'm your host, Mo.
And I'm Matt. I did not know we were doing that season 2 thing, so I was like just really confused.
I just threw it in there.
You just went through it.
Season
Sorry.
2.
Season 2, baby. It's already at a great start. And I'm Matty. And we're a podcast that reviews different
No.
animes of our fellow weaves.
I'm so glad you forgot yours too, because I did.
Is that not what I normally say?
Yeah, you're like, and I'm Maddie, and we're just a little old podcast that talks about anime with the fellow weeps out there.
That's what I said.
No, no, you didn't.
Do we
I bet you'll play it back and you'll be like, oh shit, I didn't say that.
Gosh dang it. Do we redo that or do we just keep going? Nah, we just keep going.
Let's keep going.
Okay, guys, so fair warning. Like Mo said, we're doing season 2. We just started season 2. Also, we're trying this over Zoom.
Yes.
And it's a learning curve.
We are in 2 different places right now.
Yeah, I'm in Rockwall, Texas, baby. Visit me if y'all in the Dallas area.
In Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
Woo! Some of us upgraded in life, some of us didn't.
Okay.
Sorry, I graduated from college, so I got to delete Canvas off my phone. Wow.
No, that was the most like refreshing thing I've ever in my life.
You're like, oh yes, I got that 16th of an inch of free space now on my phone.
It's actually full now with stuff that an app that I had to get for the program. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I just replaced Canvas with another Canvas.
Oh, that's great. We love it. Yeah. But yeah, we're in 2 different locations. As Mo said, we have taken a brief hiatus, so we're back to do their 2nd season. And bear with us while we're trying to figure this audio stuff. We've tested it and it works for the most part, but you guys know how Zoom is. But it's working pretty well so far.
It's only going to get better and better. So
yeah, so we're exploring different methods and we just want to be transparent with you guys. But so far, everything's working pretty well. And hopefully you guys enjoy our episodes from now on. Okay, Mo, let's just take a moment and reflect.
Okay.
Remember when we did our first episode a year ago?
We were so stiff doing
and nervous. We didn't smile. We literally were like, we cannot move because the audio quality will be poor.
We were like, don't move your lips. Like, don't breathe.
Don't breathe into the mic. And we will talk past the mic like this. I'll be honest though, that was probably the best audio we ever had for any of our episodes. But we had no fun.
We had no fun.
We were so nervous. And now we're just like, woo!
But our like Orion High School Host Club has like our best like
bro, I think it's just the title, the homosexual supporting cast. I think
you're not wrong.
They think we're probably some like big advocates for the LGBT community and like that's what we're talking about, and then they get anime reviews.
It's just anime.
It's just anime.
Though most people that I know who like are LGBTQ advocates are like anime fans. So
you're not wrong. It's the cookies are the same, you know.
Yeah. I don't know what that means, but
you know, like one and the same from the same box, you know. The cookie crumbles far from the cookie.
The cookie crumbles far from the cookie.
You know, like I don't know, dude. You know what I said the other day?
What?
Oh, guys, it's been so long since the bad idioms have been on here. You guys get a full dosage of like Synogen. I said, you know, Miss Roach, sometimes you just gotta throw the line in the furnace.
Just get through the line in the furnace.
I'm like,
what did you mean by
I was trying to say that, like, you know, you need some adversity to like become better in life. I think I was trying to combine like, you know, Daniel and the Lion's Den combined with like put some steel in the furnace to make it iron, or is it the iron sharpens iron expression? I combined like 4 expressions in one.
It sounds about like it.
So yeah, we're both in these closets, and I kind of
best audio though can come from being like in a closet.
That's true. The blanket tent from our last episode was the move.
Blanket tent.
Oh god, dude, it's so weird. moving out of that house? Like, how do you feel about it? Like, you moved out of your apartment. Like, how do you feel? Tell us
It's
how you
just
feel, Mo.
it feels really weird because it's like I'm moving on with my life and I'm like starting like my big girl things and all that. But it's like I'm still in school and I'm still doing like this program. But
Yeah.
I'm going to the hospital every day and working in the lab, so it's kind of like, you know, it's
Like
like I'm in
it's
this in between
yeah,
part
I
of my
get that.
life.
That's kind of how I feel too, because I'm now in Rockwall. I moved out of the house and I feel weird. And I'm out of okay, dude. I kid you not. This is the first time I've left Oklahoma since before high school.
Really.
Well, I mean, like in high school, I went to the Netherlands in my senior year, but that's the last time I've left the state of Oklahoma. It has been 4 years.
I
So,
went to Nevada a couple or so.
oh yeah, you did. And we were supposed to do
Oh yeah,
something.
I did. No
Oh, I
we
remember
weren't.
that. We were supposed to do something a while ago, like for spring break, and then spring break didn't happen because of COVID.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, now I'm in Rockwall, and I can tell my accent's getting worse. It's bad, but also it's weird, how I have an internship at a big boy firm, and I'm actually designing stuff and
I
actually
don't like the
doing
way that you said that.
and what
Big boy firm. I
big
don't like
boy.
the way you said that.
We moved on to our big boy and big girl jobs.
Yeah.
uh, I didn't like that either. But it's just weird, and I don't know. It's just like I like it, but also like I started last week and that was overwhelming, and I almost died. Technically 2 weeks ago, but
You kind of
it's
sound like you're having fun though.
I am now. That first week was rough. I was very overwhelmed. There was a lot of new, and I was also home alone that entire week because the family I was staying with was out of town, and my friend Ross was working every night, and it was rough. But we're getting the hang of it. I'm having a lot of fun at the internship. I'm actually doing stuff. I'm not going to mention the company's name. I'm not going to mention the projects I'm working on, so I don't get in trouble again. But it's so weird. Also, apparently, there's so many. Okay, there's so many things here. Okay, one, I was talking to some of the other interns, and I was like, "Yeah, I just didn't realize you can't see the stars in Dallas," and they were just start dying laughing, and I'm like, they're like, "We just, like the way you said it, you're like, I didn't think I could see the stars." Apparently, I have way more of a hick accent than anyone else I work with.
Really?
Yeah, because they're city slickers. And
Well,
technically, Bartlesville and Stillwater are not cities. Like, I'm realizing I'm a
yeah.
lot more country than I thought I was.
That is very true. Like the only like cities in Oklahoma are Tulsa and Oklahoma City.
And they're not really city slickers by any
Yeah.
mean. They're still pretty hick. But like Texas is not as hick as I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be like yeehaw cowboys and Indians. But like
I think in like certain parts of Texas.
oh,
Like
100%, but not Dallas. And I am
yeah,
like,
no. Dallas, Houston, like Austin
well,
probably
also, I was not prepared for 5 lanes in a highway. Okay.
the 5-lane highway.
It was awful. I was like, and I was
Like
like,
sitting there crying, like
literally, I was like, it's my first day. I thought it was gonna be 30 minutes of traffic, and it's an hour and 15. And it was awful. I was not having it. And then the other day, we went on a site tour out in the boonies. It was an hour away, and we got to like a 1 lane high road, and I was like, heck yeah, this is my thing. I was going 80 down it, like faster down this
my
one.
jam.
I was like, yeah, it was going down the faster this 1 lane road that's twisting through country back roads than going on a 5 lane highway because I'm too nervous to drive around people. And all
No,
my
I
coworkers are like, oh my God, they're like, what are you doing, Maddie? Like you're going so freaking fast. And I'm like,
no, literally anything more than like 2 lanes and I'm like, I can't do this.
you're like,
Uh-uh.
dude, all the roads in Dallas are 3 lanes at least. And I'm like,
I know.
wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Also, you know
Dude,
how
in LA, there's 8. It's 8.
what?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't imagine.
Like we went a couple summers ago, like back when I was like first in high school, and my mom drove to LA, and like getting on those LA freeways, it's literally like 8 lanes.
That's insane. I can't do that. I'm gonna move back
She's
to.
no, she literally said, "I will never drive in LA again."
No, I can't imagine. That's so stressful. But yeah. Also, you know how ghetto it is when you show up to working Bertha?
In person.
She's bungee cord together, and my coworkers literally walked in the office when they we walked by my car, and I'm like, yeah, there's my car. And they're like, is that a bungee cord? And I'm like, mm-hmm. And I'm next to like a Prius, and like
Next to a Prius.
all these like nice sports cars, and then a bunch of trucks, of course, big ass trucks, because this is Texas and everyone's
Trucks.
compensating, and and it's just like, and then there's Bertha. It's
And then
great.
there's Bertha.
It's great. I get up. I get to work every morning at 7. I get up at 5:45 in the morning. Get in time. It's
No,
going
I'm
great.
gonna I think these next couple weeks until we start examination periods and clinical rotations, I have to go at 8. But once the examination periods and clinical rotations start, I have to be there at 6:45 and 7. And so I'm going to have to leave Bartlesville at 5:30 every morning.
Just get up at 5:15, roll out of bed, throw some clothes on.
Nope, literally that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm just gonna have everything ready. I'm just gonna roll up out of bed at like, 5
It's gonna be
o'clock,
great. It's
get
gonna be great.
ready,
Yeah,
and just
that's what I've been doing.
not gonna worry about my personal appearance.
Same. It's kind of, well, no, I have to worry a little bit, but also, guys, if you haven't told, can you tell this is the not the. Give me a second. I brain farted there. But this is the first time Mo and I have talked since the last time we recorded.
Yeah.
It really has been
Well,
because
we've texted a little bit, but
yeah, but like, and
we haven't had like a full on conversation.
when I drove by you when you were like going to graduation, and I was like, "Congrats," and you're like, "Thanks," and then it was like that was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. We had a big party though. I think was that the day before or after we recorded? It was the next day after we recorded. We had a big party in my house.
Yes.
It was a little fun day. We dressed up like dads. It was successful. The Polaroid photos turned out well.
Yeah, the
My favorite,
disposable photos.
my favorites of those two. I'm not going to mention them by name. The two guys that were dancing.
Yes. I know. I need to get like a photo album. I think that Walmart lost the second disposable camera though.
What?
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was
Because
like, what happened to all the other
because
photos?
yeah, like no, literally I grabbed the photos and I was like, "Hey, was this it?" Cuz I know there was supposed to be like another one. And he was like, "Yeah, that's all that was here." And so I was like, "Oh, okay." And so I just kind of left and I was like, "Well, maybe they put them all in the same package or something." And so then I started going through them and I was like, mm, yeah, this isn't it because I knew I took some of our D&D session earlier that day.
Yeah, like those were all the later photos in the night. You should try fighting them. Jump behind the counter and demand for your photos.
Really, what I wanted was the photos from the party, which is what I got. So that's
That's
what I
fair.
was happy about.
Nah,
And
get more photos. Get them all. Mo, be assertive. Demand your photos.
but yeah, as I was like kind of leaving Stillwater, I was like, oh yeah, they totally, lost the other camera.
It's fine. But yeah, Mo, is it how is being, back in Bartlesville?
It's fine. Like I'm gonna be very honest. I'm except for like this week, like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I really wasn't here for like more than maybe 10 hours.
That's fair. That's fair.
And most of the time I was in like Tulsa, and literally when I came back home, it was just like I did homework and then went to bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that.
So
I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, it's hard. Guys, being an adult sucks because not because, adulting's hard, but what sucks is that you work for like me and Mo, it ends up being about 11 hours of our day is between commuting and at our job. And then what, 3 hours at night before we need to go to bed to get up early the next day? Yeah. So it's like
yeah, and it's
tough.
like those 3 hours I'm like studying and like reading stuff, and like I
And
don't
then
even
like,
have time to like do things that I want to do.
exactly. And like I'm cooking and I'm working out in that time. And like whenever the people I work out with, they want to work out at 8, I'm like, I go to bed at like 10:30, but
I
okay.
know. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to start going to bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, like every
Well,
night.
literally, if I want to get 9 hours of sleep, I have to go to bed at 8. I have to go to bed at 8:55. But I did see some interesting research about not actually needing 7 hours of sleep a night. If you just train your circadian rhythm and body to get adjusted to 6 hours of sleep a night, I go to bed at midnight every night.
Yeah, I can't do that because I have to be up at like 5 a.m.
I do too. So like, well, I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's been a crazy couple weeks.
Yeah,
Oh
it really has
God,
been.
it's been so much. Wow, but we'll keep you guys updated. Also, Mo, congratulations! This has been 1 year of our podcast.
I know. Oh my
Can you
gosh.
believe it? I did.
Well, actually, tomorrow is 1 year of our
Okay,
podcast.
semantics,
Semantics.
semantics,
Semantics.
semantics, semantics.
But
Tomato,
yeah, this
tomato.
is officially like 1 year.
Which is insane. Like I never, not gonna lie, definitely thought this was just gonna be like a little quarantine over the summer thing. I thought when we were gonna go to school it wasn't gonna happen. Then we did it during
I really
school.
thought that when we got to school that we were both going to be super busy and that we weren't going to be able to do it.
Well, I mean, we just made time for it. It really wasn't that much more of a time commitment. It just gives
Yeah,
us an excuse to watch more anime, which I'm okay with.
very true. We're always okay with watching more anime.
Mo, I just realized something.
What?
We'll come to it later. It'll be very obvious later in the episode. We'll just
Oh my
continue
gosh.
on.
Okay.
It's a little teaser. It's a little cliffhanger. Nope. What's it called? Not a teaser. Easter egg. Nope, that's not it. Hint? Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing.
Trying to get the word. I'm
Oh
trying. It's like there's
gosh.
a bunch of words to try and get the right one.
Dude, it's bad. It's rough. But anyway, Mo, what animes have you been watching since we've been parted?
I have watched Skate the Infinity.
I love
I
it.
know, I know. I told myself that I wasn't going to watch that one because I had watched the first episode and I couldn't get through it because it took skateboarding way too seriously. And I was like,
Well, doesn't all
oh,
sports anime take it way too
no,
seriously?
but they made it sound like freaking skateboarding was some like mafia shit. And
Oh,
like,
oh.
it was just way too much. But I was like, I'm just gonna watch it. I'm gonna get through it. I have been wanting to watch it because I've heard so many things about it. And then I watched it and it was actually pretty funny.
I love it. I strongly support it.
Though I am a big advocate for, I do believe that Joe and Cherry are fucking. They are definitely fucking.
Who are those characters?
The ones I told you about.
Oh, the two dudes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. There's probably a ton of fan fiction over it.
Yes.
Speaking
Yes.
of fan fiction, Mo, anything you'd like to share?
I am now officially into fan fiction.
I love it. I love it. I'm so happy. Did I finally convert you to the dark side of the moon?
Well, not you per se, but
I
like
can't net you.
really it was my friend her name's Sierra, and she she was like, she's like, you need to read this like haiku fan fiction, like, oh my gosh, it's so good, like it made me cry, like, and I was like, I've heard a lot about this one, and so I kind of want to read it just to see what it's about, and then I read it, and I was like, I just want to die. I'm done.
They're like, it was just so good.
I was like, it's so good that you know what, I've accomplished life. It's good.
No, I feel
I'm
that
ready to go now.
I caught up on my fan fiction last night, and it caught up to the point where stuff happens in the anime, and I'm just like, no,
Dude, you
confess
know
your
what?
feelings. Bon
No.
appetit.
I introduced Taylor to Mangago
Oh no,
the other
she's going off.
day.
Oh no,
Guess which one we kind of started
which
reading?
one?
You know, Bakugo.
Oh no, that one. Why would you read that one? That one was so bad.
No, because I was telling her about it, and I was well, cause like I was like, okay, Taylor, you should broaden your horizons. You know, like, okay, yes, there's regular manga on here. All then that's perfect. Like manga, shonen, all that. You should definitely read that. But maybe like open up your expansion to BL as well. Like
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know, the world of BL is a beautiful place. Okay? And So, and I was kind of like telling her about it, and I was like explaining to her the like different dynamics, and I was like, okay, there's shonen AI, which is basically just about the relationship,
Yes,
has no
yes.
sex in it.
We've talked about this
Um,
so much on this podcast.
yes.
Why are we? We're about to hit
and then
June. Oh yeah.
and then I was
That
like, okay, now yaoi. Now that you can definitely almost always expect sex to be in that one.
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
if it explicitly says smut, it has sex in it. And I was trying to like navigate her, and I was like, so you're probably gonna want to read shonen AI right now. And so she started reading some Deku X Todoroki.
Ah, no.
She's for shonen AI, and I was telling her, and I was like, Taylor, now just watch out because you're gonna get through every single one of those, and you're gonna like be sitting there, and there's that one that has smut in it, and you're gonna be like, well, I've read all these other ones, might as well just take a look.
Is that what happened?
That's what always happens.
Oh
Um,
gosh.
and I was like, and she was like, it's probably gonna happen. I'll text you when it does.
Mo, you're such a bad influence.
But no, I was telling her about the Bakugo one, and I was like, "You're gonna hate this one. You're gonna absolutely hate it." And I was like, "You know what? The funny thing is that I read this one, and then probably about a week later, Maddie came up to me and he was like, Molly, he's like, Mo, I got this really weird doshinji that I read the other day that I saw on Manga Go," and I was like, "Oh my god, we're talking about the same one."
Yeah, we were.
And she was like, "Why didn't Maddie read that?" I was like, "Ask him. I don't know."
We're doing great. We're doing great. We're doing amazing. It's going so well.
But what the funniest thing was is that we were reading it, and she was sitting there like this, and like we were scrolling through, and she'd be like, and then keep scrolling. And
She got to a certain part where she was just like that face the whole time. She was scrolling.
well, we never finished it because it got to the part where they were literally like
Yep,
getting ready to
yep,
have,
yep,
yep.
yeah.
And she was like, I can't. But she got to there, and it's just like it was so funny because every time she'd be like, you know.
Yeah. Oh god. Okay, we have rambled far too long about our personal life, and apparently fan fiction and manga go again. Let's just get into the episode.
Probably should get into the episode.
So Mo, what are we doing this week?
We're doing another top 10. We
Which we
haven't
did
done
not
one in a
announce. Yeah, we
really
haven't
long
done one in
time.
forever, and we didn't announce this last time because we didn't know what we were doing because we're so unprepared because graduation and a bunch of other bull
Yeah.
crap. But
Literally, like this week, I think, like on Thursday, Maddie texted me. He's like, "You want to do a top 10?"
yeah, and I'm like, cool, let's do it. And then nothing happened Friday. Oh no, we texted on Tuesday, and then we're like, we should probably plan this.
Yeah. We were like, "What do you want to do?" And then it was like no communication for like 2 days. And then it was like literally last night at like midnight, we were like, "Okay, we're doing top 10. Here's some that we're going to do."
Here's some. But yeah, so what are we? What's the top 10 list this week, Mo?
We're doing a plot tip. Whoa.
A plot 10? Whoa,
We
whoa.
are doing a top 10 plot twist and plot reveals.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are. But yeah, so we're gonna do a top tens lift on plot reveal. So kind of our criteria for this is just kind of what Mo and I, when we were watching these animes, what was it just like? Oh my gosh, like what's happening? Like some of
Like,
these,
oh shit,
yeah, some of these like are not near as impactful as others, but it was so much like what the heck is going on? Like if it changed the anime a lot, it changed the tone of the anime.
The dynamic.
Yeah, exactly. Or if it's just such a big what the F moment, like just completely out of left field, we kind of did those as well. So Mo, should do you want to do evens or odd numbers for this?
I'll do odds.
Oh, I want to do odds. Wait, we'll just go through the list because there's some that we haven't seen, and it just
Yeah. Yeah, I think that if we just both kind of like
yeah, I'll do the first one because you'll need to do number 9. So number 10 on our list, baby. So for number 10 on our top 10 plot twists, we're gonna do Higurashi, which we've reviewed before. Pretty much in this anime, should we describe the anime at all?
If you want to know more about the anime, go watch our episode about Higurashi.
Shameless plug, go listen to our podcast episode. But pretty much the premise is kids are trapped in a town. The town is in a time loop and they keep horrifically murdering each other because of a virus.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure is what happens. FYI, lots of spoilers. Lots of
Yes.
spoilers in this episode. But pretty much the plot twist what we're kind of focusing on was that
Yeah.
Rika's actually a shrine maiden that is blessed by this goddess who is repeating this time loop, and it's just
And so like it all revolves around like Rika.
yeah. And so like that whole reveal that she actually is the core, she's like the essence of this goddess, is just it just kind of changed the anime completely. Like it explained everything, like the weird repeats of time, like the little snippets that fell into each other, the fact that she remembered all these things, the fact that she was so mature for her age, like that's all because Rika's in this time loop and she remembers every single time it happens, which is
Yeah, and so kind of almost like she's basically like so much older than everyone mentally just because.
yeah, it's just kind of horrific in general. Yeah, anything else you'd like to say about the Higurashi plot twist?
Um I mean, it was definitely one that it was still like I was like, "Oh, like I didn't see like the whole, you know, universe there being centered around Rika, and that was kind of cool how they did
Yeah.
it." You know, it wasn't as impactful as like our upper ones.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a certain point where the plot twists are just kind of like, oh my gosh.
Like you're like, "Oh my gosh, this just changed everything."
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But I thought this was a good plot twist. It really changed the episode. I think a good plot reveal, and in this case, plot twist is when it explains everything, which is great on the mangaka's part for just foreshadowing so well, tying together these timelines. He did an amazing job at that, and there's major kudos to the mangaka for that. Um, but yeah, that's Higurashi. Would you like to do number 9, Mo?
Yes, I will do number 9.
Because
We're
I've
gonna.
never seen this anime.
I have. We're gonna do number 9 is Kill a Kill. Um, Kill a Kill, who by Studio Trigger.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to do studios, weren't we? Thank you,
Yeah.
Mo. I'll let you do that from now on. Um, yeah. So like, what was the plot reveal on this one again?
So basically the plot reveal it comes at the end. We find that Ryoko is actually I forgot what the other girl's name was, but that Ryoko is part of like her family, the
Yeah, the
main power
the
at the school.
yeah the class presidents or
Yeah, the
whatever.
class president's like little sister and stuff, and like that she was actually like created uh for like a special purpose and all that kind of it's been a while since I've seen Kill a Kill, but I do remember that was the big plot twist, is that she was actually part of that the Hojo family or
Yeah,
like
and
that.
like in an anime where the more nude you are, the more powerful you are, and with a really psychotic mother that just molests her daughter a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much the plot of the anime, right?
Yeah, I mean basically it's just that like Ryoko is trying to like avenge her father's death or trying to find out who killed her father.
Yeah.
Um and so she like enrolls into this academy where it's but her father also designed this like sailor kind of uniform thing that's like alive and stuff, and basically allows her to like transform and kind of like push past her abilities.
Push back her limits. Thank
Yes.
you, Captain Yami, coming from the
Yeah,
background.
thank you, Captain Yummy. Um,
And the power of friendship triumphs
the power
all.
of friendship. But yeah, it's just kind of, and so it's basically kind of just like her trying to figure out who killed her dad, and then like also trying to basically kind of save the school from being like super uniform
Hmm,
and
hmm.
super like um you have to do this and you're because you're in this station, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Yeah, it was just kind of an insane plot twist because it just, whoa, just a big what the fuck moment.
Well, it's like I never figured that like Ryoko would like be the sister of like the class president. Like
Yeah,
I was like, didn't see that coming.
you're like, cool.
And it just kind of like changed the dynamic of the two well
Yeah,
once
yeah,
Ryoko was announced that it's like they started like working together and stuff like that, and but which is kind of weird because you're like, you're my sister now, so now we're not enemies.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, if I found out I have a sister, I'll be like, girl, if I still hate you, I still hate you. Like it is what it is. That's just
Exactly.
what it is. But yeah, I'll do number 8 real quick on the list. So number 8, there's a couple different reveals in this anime that could work, but the anime we're doing is Assassination Classroom, which is one of my personal favorites. But the main plot reveal we're going to go with is that Koro Sensei is actually human. Um, that whole plot development is whack. I don't think you actually watched the whole anime through, right, Mo?
I know about the plot reveal,
Well,
but
pretty much, Koro Sensei was some like really crazy
a science
assassin.
wasn't he? Yeah, and then like he was in this like science experiment and stuff
Yeah, so
that
he was this
yeah.
massive like criminal, and he got betrayed by his apprentice, kidnapped, and became a science experiment, and he became an octopus.
Yes.
Pretty much is what happened. Genetically modified octopus. His lover person, who was like the assistant, died because of him escaping. She got killed by someone. And then there's some other shit with like one of the students in the class betraying everyone because she was like the dead woman's sister. It was a whole thing. Honestly, that was for me the most out of left field betrayal I've ever watched in anime. I was just like, wait, what? Like there was
You're
no
like, what?
foreshadowing, zero foreshadowing for this. It
They're
just
just
kind of
like, oh
happened.
yeah, she's their dead sister.
And then she was just like, I got tentacles in my head, and she just attacked everyone. And everyone's like, what? 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 Wait, hold up. Like, nowhere did I see this one coming. But yeah, this was a great reveal because it explained everything that was going on in this anime. Like, why are we trying to kill this person? And it really tied Koro Sensei's
Well,
backstory
it
to
also
this.
just like yeah, like basically also Assassination Classroom by Studio Leche.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Lurch. A lurch.
A
Or I don't know how
lurch,
to
a
a
larche.
large Lurche. Um but it just like it gave us more insight to like who Kuro Sensei was,
Yeah.
you know, and like why he was doing all this and like why it was like a big thing or, you know.
Yeah, and it's honestly tragic too what happened to him. Like,
Mhm.
also, he was a terrible human being ahead of time. If we're gonna be honest, he wasn't exactly a
Yeah.
great person. And the reason why he
He
became
wasn't star pupil.
yeah, well, the reason why he became a teacher is because of the assistant person that died because of him, really. And it was a way to like pay her back, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it just added so much more depth to that, so it made the ending of this anime even sadder for people like me who cried for 3 hours after finishing it, and I never
I need
cry.
to watch it.
Yeah, you need to watch it, and then feel the hurt
I
because
know.
everyone I've talked to, if I finishes this, they bawl their eyes out when they watch it.
Yes.
It hits
All
hard.
right. I
Oh
think we
yeah,
should move on.
sorry. You want to do number 7?
Okay, good. Yeah, let's do number 7. Um Number 7 is a plot reveal from The Promised Neverland, Studio Cloverworks, and it
Hmm.
is Ray's backstory, which is very intriguing because we find out that Isabella is actually the one that gave birth to Ray, and that
Exactly.
Ray the whole time has known about the whole monster demon things.
Yeah, and like it just revealed a lot in the anime. Kind of like turned its head upside down because like Ray, knowing this whole time, just knew that his siblings were dying, pretty much, and
But
he
it
became
also
numb
just
to it.
kind of showed us that like Isabella also like has a softer side.
Yeah, and I think in the second season it's a lot more
Oh
shown.
yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I personally don't quite remember this plot reveal super great, but
I just remember it being like I was like, "Oh crap." Like you know, he knows everything. And like the fact it's I think it was like the whole like eerie kind of feeling that
oh
it
yeah,
gave
oh yeah,
of like him like humming the song, Isabella's song, and she was just kind of like, "Oh shit, that's my kid."
it was really eerie. The way it was revealed, I think, was a great job. So like
Yeah.
another criteria for was how it was revealed, and in this case, it was a great example of just like it fit the tone perfectly. The eerie creepiness of Promised Neverland, the fact that they're a farm for demons, uh, like it just added to it. You know, it did. it was perfect for Promised Neverland. Like if they did a reveal
Yeah.
like, I don't know, well, I can't, none of the ones we've already said is a good example, but uh, any other anime reveal, like it just wouldn't be as fitting.
Exactly. I just think that the subtle way that they did it,
Honestly,
you
it's
know,
something
that
you miss almost.
it's like if you're not paying attention to the story, you're not paying attention to like the subtle cues that they're giving up until that point, you don't understand that like, oh, that's Ray's mom.
Yeah, which is that much better. Like in my opinion, I think that makes the show
Yeah.
that much better. But yeah, let's do number 6. Okay. So, number 6, we were like trying to figure out which plot reveal in this anime to do. And then we decided, nah, we're not going to pick one. So, we're doing Attack on Titan. And pretty much every single time someone's a Titan, just the fact that the entire anime is a bunch of people transforming into Titans, pretty much. And
Well,
this
it's like every
Titan bullshit.
season, it's like somebody becomes a Titan, and you're just like, oh, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, like, oh, what? But like, I don't know. But we'll talk about it. So, this is by Studio Bones, right?
Studio Wit and Mappa.
I was completely wrong. I'm so sorry. But like, so we started first with, spoilers, guys, for people that haven't seen AOT yet. Um, Aaron Yeager. Whoa, he dies in the first episode, like third episode. Crazy. Main character's dead. Like everyone knows, main character's not dead. But
Yeah.
I remember when I watched it, and the first time it was this Titan was just fighting another Titan. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But then it's revealed that it's actually Aaron. I was like, wait, hold up, like he's a Titan? It just didn't make any sense. So like
Yeah.
for me, it was just like, what the fuck is happening? Like I would say in this point in the list is when things just kind of blew my mind. And this is a
Yeah.
good example.
I remember like when I first like watched AOT and stuff, and like I saw that the Attack Titan fighting like another Titan and stuff, but it hadn't been revealed yet that Aaron was the Attack Titan.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of like, that's got to be a really crazy coincidence that Titan has hair like Aaron.
Literally, we're just like,
I was
oh,
like,
we're like, and the thing is, like, yeah, there's a lot of similarities. It's pretty obvious, but while watching, I was like, there's no way, this makes no sense. Like, why would he be a Titan? And it doesn't make sense. And then it is, and I'm like, wait, what?
Because it doesn't reveal like how how he got that way. It's just like, oh, he is one.
Yeah.
And at that point in the story, and so you're like, how did he become a Titan? Just because he got eaten?
Exactly.
Or like
Exactly. Well, another one that was absolutely crazy was when Ymir is revealed to be the Jaws Titan. Like for me, that was literally completely out of left field. Did not see that coming.
I did not see Ymir becoming, or
then,
I did not see Reiner and Bertolt
which
being Titans either.
You can see, but okay, with Ymir, literally no idea. Like completely out of left field. There was no foreshadowing for that at all. It just happened, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And it just kind of changed. I'm like, "She's a Titan too," and then not even 4 episodes later, Reina just is on the top of the wall. He's like, "Hey, I'm the Armor Titan. He's the Colossal Titan. We're Titans. We killed your mom." And I'm just like,
we're Titans, and here's what we're gonna do. And I was like, whoa.
Whoa. I'm like,
you could see, but also you could see Bertolt in the back, and he's like, what are you doing?
He's like, you're ruining everything. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then the Beast Titan can talk, and then Marley, and then the whole book thing, and just like, oh my god. And then Aaron and Erwin being dead. What the freak? Like okay, I'm sorry. Hold up. We did not go through all the bullshit of Armin getting burnt to a crisp and becoming the Colossal Titan for him to be a whiny bitch in the 4th season. They would pretty much be out of the picture in the 4th season. I'm like, no.
Taylor told me the other day.
What?
She actually likes Armin in the 4th season.
Okay, he grows up a little bit. He's kind of like, he's also kind of hot now. He's not this weird twinky little boy anymore, but I was like, whatever. He's better, but also I hate Aaron now in the 4th season of AOT. It's awful, guys. He makes me so mad. We did not go for this bullshit of rooting for this whiny bitch the whole time to just switch sides to feel bad for the Marlians. No. I'm not. I want to be a diehard. I want to be diehard team Aaron, but I'm not diehard team Aaron. I'm team Levi all the way. It's just
team Levi.
Actually, it's team Potato Girl. It's fine.
Rip.
Everything's fine. Sorry, I got my little AOT rant right there.
All right, so I move on to the next one.
AOT bullshit, guys.
AOT bullshit.
All fucking bullshit. All right. Do you want me to do this one?
Yes, because
Because
I do not know how to explain it. I've never seen this one.
all right, so guys, we didn't talk about earlier, but I've been watching this anime a lot lately. So our number 5 on this list is Psycho Pass, which what studio is that by?
Production IG.
Yeah, Protection IG. I've been watching this like entire franchise recently. Also, fun fact: the anime is an anime original.
Really?
Yeah, the first season I think is based off of a manga, but after that it's pretty much it's like the first half is, but then after that it's an anime original, and it's a really good anime original. Like,
That's usually doesn't happen a lot.
well, it makes sense because they just have a bunch of new characters shoved in every other episode. It feels like, and any anime original
Mm,
does that pretty
I
much.
see.
I don't know why they do because it just makes bad plot. Besides the point, pretty much in Psychopaths, guys, kind of have to explain the anime a little bit. In this world, it's not post-apocalyptic, it's futuristic dystopia. The world's falling apart, but in Japan, it's the only safe place to live because there's this computer system that pretty much reads people's crime coefficiency, their likelihood to become a latent criminal, and pretty much just punishes people based on that. It's called the Sybil system. Well, pretty much the big reveal in the anime is that the Sybil system is actually a combination of brains of people that can't be judged by the Sybil system, and it actually has cyborgs that walk around that is the Sybil system. And it's a whole thing. It's the whole reveal, and then you realize the Sybil system is actually a really shitty thing, and it's just like it really turned this anime upside down and really added to the like the psychological aspect because like I personally watch this. I hate the Sybil system, but understand why it's needed. They justify why it's there to keep order, but it does some really shitty things. And like the main characters are like, I have to protect the Sybil system, but also the Sybil system sucks. But also, I can just try to negotiate with it. This brain collective hive mind. It's
It's like a back and
disgusting.
forth type situation.
I think the main reason why I hate the Civil System is because it killed my favorite character. I was like, no, no, no. Why did you kill them? You didn't kill anyone else that found out about you. Why did you kill him? Was it too early? It was 2 weeks too early, and you just covered it. You could have kept him in prison. You could have just kept him in prison. It's fine. Sorry.
It's fine.
Let me get off my little soap opera box. Soap opera box? Not quite.
Soapbox.
But yes, would you like to do number 4, Mo?
Yes, number 4 is another
Yes. No
one that we've
surprise
already
there.
done. If you want a more in detailed explanation of this show, please go watch our another episode.
Yes, which has our least amount of downloads. Fun fact. Apparently
um,
nobody liked it.
Another is from PA Works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And pretty much this anime is just a mystery reveal thing that we talked about already, and the big plot twist is, you know, who the missing person is. And I honestly didn't see it coming, but watching it a
So
second time, it's really obvious. Like there's a lot of hints
yeah.
towards it.
So basically, the like main like a summary of the show is just basically that there's this class. It's kind of it's like cursed
Yeah,
where
it's cursed.
it's cursed where there's always like one extra person in the class that shouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm.
And if the class like can't figure out like who the extra person is, people start dying off in order to try to like make the class right again.
Exactly.
And so basically this whole series is trying to figure out who the missing person is, and a lot of stuff goes wrong, and the big plot reveal is basically that the extra person is the extra teacher.
Yeah, so the extra desk was actually in the teacher's room. And then on top of that, which that in itself is like, oh, cool, cool, whatever. Then they further, the salt and the vinegar in the wound, like they rub it in and they pretty much say that, like, oh, fun fact, actually, it's the main character's aunt who's been dead for 2 years. And now you need to kill your aunt because already dead.
Yes. And so I never thought that the aunt would have been the extra
Yeah,
person.
same. I did not see the aunt being the extra person ever.
And so
That
that
came
was
out of
like,
nowhere.
I was like, oh, they like pulled that one over on us. Like,
yeah, that they pulled
and
that
it
one
was like,
hard.
and then I was like, oh, that's the heartstrings too, because that's kind of like the only like family that he's kind of got left.
Yeah.
And so it was like, oh shit.
And like the whole time you're thinking that it's the main character or the
Yeah.
main character's like
And they just
girlfriend
haven't figured
thing.
it out yet.
Yeah, and it's just like, and also, how many students died because of this bullshit again? How many?
That girl, and she could have totally said something at the beginning and
That,
it would have saved so
oh
many
my
people.
god. She's like, "Oh, I can see dead people." Then look at everyone in your class and see if you see dead people. I'm like, well, I guess technically they
Yeah.
didn't know, but if they killed the person, then they'll all be free. But honestly, if I knew that I could see dead people and then some
I'd
weird
be
shit's
saying like,
happening, that person's already dead. We need to get rid of them. But I guess they didn't even know that's a possibility.
yeah, I mean, but the fact that they were still searching for like that extra person though
Oh,
is that
because
she
of
could have
that.
still said, well, and that she could have said something and been like, oh, this is the extra person.
Exactly. Like if
So
she said something, like if May said something before they went to the retreat, which they already found out before the retreat about this, then they could have saved at least 10 people's lives. Because I kid you not, it's somewhere between 9 and 12 students survived out of the 30.
yeah, so
And one of them had
basically
asthma.
more than half of the class died.
Yeah, and the only reason why one of them survived is because he had fucking asthma. And because he had got a fucking asthma attack, the only guy that actually would have been helpful, the librarian, left. And then a couple characters survived, and the main bitch we thought was going to be cool, she died because of falling glass. And the most like, but then everyone's proficient in knife fighting skills all of a sudden. Like, what the fuck was that about?
Yeah.
Dude, this anime was just
And it's
whack.
like everyone started like going crazy and stuff, and so she could have like prevented a lot of that from happening.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
yeah, a lot of other people had died, but she could have like prevented like a shit ton from
oh yeah,
dying.
oh yeah. But yeah, that's another guys major plot twist that was just really fitting for the anime itself. It just felt right, It
Yeah.
pulled on those heartstrings in a way that you're like, oh yeah, you know how it is. The
Yeah,
sound
you know.
effects, yeah,
All right, so
yeah.
now we got number 3.
Okay, yeah, I'll do number 3. So we've reviewed this anime before. Go, please listen to our 6-hour episode.
It's 4 hours.
It's for. Oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, so we decided to do Madoka Magica. Who's the production?
Studio Shaft.
Yeah. And so in this anime, the big reveal, this didn't just change this anime, it changed the whole genre. We talked about this heavily in depth, but the reveal that magic girls become witches, it's
Yeah.
simply a cycle to get energy to maintain balance of the entire world because of their, it's just like the way they did it, it changed the genre forever. It changed the anime, but not even that. When Mommy died, that was really the
Yeah.
moment that redefined this anime and all the animes after it. Like Panty and
But
Stockings, for example, really takes a lot of inspiration from this because Panty and Stockings just kills one of the main magic girls at the very end of the anime.
yeah. And well, like when it comes to Madoka Magica, the whole thing about magical girls turning into like witches and stuff, that was a really big thing because it's like they're realizing like, oh shit, we're fighting each other,
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, and it's just and then Madoka making her wish to save him. It's just there was one twist after another and another reveal and another reveal. Like it was, it really is a great anime. Like I will still stand on that. Like, will I ever watch it again? No, because I hated doing that long episode.
PTSD.
It's just a lot. It was a lot. It was a
We
lot,
did that
guys.
one long deep dive episode and then we never did it again.
Yeah, we were like, we're gonna do this like once a month. Like, isn't that what we said?
Yeah, as we said we were gonna do it once a month. Never again.
Never again. We were like, this is just
Maybe
too
for a
much.
2-year anniversary, but
I don't even know what we'd do a deep dive over because it was so much. It was so much. It was so long. But okay, besides the point. Um, but Madoka was an amazing anime that really changed this genre forever.
yeah, and I
And
remember
that's
when you first started watching it and stuff, and you were like, "Well, I had finished watching it, and I was like, Maddie, you need to watch this." And you were like, "Oh, I don't. It's about magic. I don't know if I want to watch it." And then like you literally watched it, and we're like, "Holy shit, this is actually pretty good."
yeah. I was like, this is dark and great, and this is my cup of tea, baby. But yes, Mo, would you like to do our number 2?
Uh,
Oh wait.
yes, Maddie, do you want to
I'm taking my
remove?
head earbuds out. Just start waving at the camera whenever we're ready to go.
Okay.
I haven't
All
seen this
right.
anime yet, so that's why I'm not.
Okay, guys, it's Mo. So we're gonna talk about Your Name, which is by Comix Wave Films. Your Name, basically, the plot of it is about um, it's just basically two people that are connected by each other's bodies and they don't know who each other are, but they wake up in each other's bodies like every other morning and stuff, and so they start communicating, trying to figure out who each other are. um and the big plot reveal at the end is that there's actually a time skip in between the two people switching bodies, and the girl is actually 3 years into the past and the boy is actually living 3 years into the future. And actually the girl had died in this big meteor shower that had hit her hometown. And so basically that's the big plot twist of the whole thing, is that there is a time skip and that there's a time difference between the two characters, which is honestly super freaking cool. It has
Yeah, for
beautiful
sure.
Are you like reading my lips?
I can't read your lips. No, I'm sorry. Well, I guess I did kind of just read your lips there. Okay.
It was
Yes, I
like,
can read
you
lips, but
liar.
I'm not really paying attention. I'm sorry. Continue. I just want people to know I'm still here.
Yeah, he's just not listening right now.
I'm an attention whore.
But it's such a great movie. Um, it's just, I remember watching this part of the movie and being like, "Holy shit! Like she's already dead. Like he's, and then the fact that they can't communicate anymore, and he's trying to figure out a way to go back in time to save her and all that kind of stuff and let her know about it." And just the fact of them like meeting again at the summit of like the mountain and stuff, and like it's just so freaking, I just literally got chills just sitting here like thinking about it. But yeah, it's Studio Comics Wave Films. I don't remember what year the movie was released, but you can find it on YouTube. It's yeah, on YouTube. I don't know anywhere else where it's at. That's where I watched it. But yeah, go definitely watch it. Just the whole movie's beautiful.
Hello, guys. I'm back. Oh,
It was
hello
like,
there.
dude, when your phone started going off, I was like,
Yeah, that was me. I'm sorry, guys. I might edit that out. I might leave it in. We'll see. I literally didn't hear any of that, except for the fact that I can read lips, but that's fine. I hope you all enjoyed Mo's ramble.
no, it was a good ramble.
It was a good ramble. Okay, cool. I think it's gonna be one of the next animes I watch after I watch Made in Abyss.
You need to.
I have so many
Well,
animes I want to watch.
Your Name is a movie, right? It's not a
Yeah, yeah, I
show.
know it's a movie. I was
Okay.
supposed to. I was gonna watch it the other day with Chase, but we couldn't find it on anything.
It's on YouTube. You got to pay for it, but you can like rent it for
Yeah, we
like
didn't want to rent it,
$3.
so
You're
we
going to
didn't
probably have
watch
to
it.
rent it.
We watched a different anime called Whisker Away, and I was literally pissed me off so much because, guys, as Maddie has talked about before, if you have to give your life up for the love of another person and you need that other person to fill a void in your heart, no. And this anime, this chick literally decides to become a cat because she can't have her senpai. Excuse
Honestly,
me,
though,
what?
I really loved Whisker Away. Like when I was watching that movie, I was like, "Oh, this is so fucking sweet."
No, it's not fucking sweet. She's like, I want him, so I'm just gonna sneak into his bedroom every night as a cat. What?
Do you want to hear a really funny story? So, like, Gabe and Taylor were watching the movie, and you know how in the part of the movie where he's like, "You smell like the sun."
Mhm.
Well, Gabe and Taylor grabbed Taco, sniffed him, and they're like, "You smell like ass."
That's awful. Because he does smell awful, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he does smell awful.
Why does he smell so bad? Do they not wash him? I guess you don't
No,
wash a cat.
you can wash a cat. You're gonna be in pain if you wash a cat.
I think they might want to invest in washing in their cat.
Yeah, I told her, I was like, just duct tape paws, like,
Oh
so
my
you don't have
god, that's awful. But yeah, so why are we talking about Whisker Away? I hated that anime.
because you're talking about anime movies because you couldn't find
Oh,
Your
you're right. You're
Name.
right. You're right. But yeah, so your name, guys, it's a great one. We have two honorable mentions. We'll mention real quick. First, we'll do Erased.
Yes.
Erased is a good one, but like the reveal is the fact that you know who the killer is, the teacher. It's pretty predictable, I feel.
When it gets to a certain part, you're kind of like, yeah, I know who the killer is.
Yeah.
You know,
And like they did
without
a
them actually explicitly saying this is the killer.
yeah,
You
I
know,
mean they do a great job with it. They use a lot of great color imagery. They use a lot of like setting the tone. It's the only part of the anime that doesn't have music playing in the background. They do a lot of good in that reveal. But like it just didn't hit as hard as, you know, all the fucking Titans showing up in Attack on Titan or
or
changing in genres and stuff, you know.
or like the plot reveal in like Madoka Magica or
Oh
like
yeah.
another.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
It's just it didn't hit the same. And then our other honorable mention is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. We have like two. One, the fucking Nina moment. Brother Edward. But yeah, so Big Brother Edward part. Sorry, I kind of cut out there for a second, guys. But so what's funny is I'm staying with my friend Ross, right? And so his
mm-hmm.
girlfriend came up and she was talking about like, oh yeah, you know, I watched FMAB, and she's like, I go up to my brother, I'm like, brother, and she'll do it like Nina, and I'm like, oh no. I was like, and so now
Big
I
Brother Edward.
guys, that moment just it changed this. It was a major shift in
Well, it
tone for the
changed
anime.
the whole way like Edward and Alphonse kind of like viewed
Being an
state
alchemist, yeah.
alchemist and
Well, the
stuff.
thing is, you got to keep in mind in the Brotherhood, it was pretty early in the anime, but in the manga, think of the original Full Metal Alchemist that had that whole story arc before. There's a couple arcs before, especially around Colonel Mustang's group, and then they did a couple things in some mines and stuff. And that happened first, and you kind of think the alchemists are good, blah blah blah. Like Colonel Mustang's great, the Edward brothers, the Ulrich
The Ulrich
brothers,
brothers.
brothers doing
I was
good.
like,
The
I
Edward brothers,
was like the Edward brothers.
Edward from Team Edward from Twilight.
Twilight. They're actually the Cullen family.
They're the what family?
The Cullen family.
Oh, Cullen family. Sorry, the Cullens. But
The Cullens.
yeah, the FMA, that was a big moment that changed the tone of the anime. Another huge moment was when you find out that Philosopher's Stones are actually made from the blood of dead people. Pretty much. Yeah. In order to get a Philosopher's Stone, the law of equivalent exchange states that what cost does a soul cost?
What soul does it call? Soul to coal.
This whole soul, you know. I sound like the yodeler from Walmart. What?
The yodeling boy.
Yeah, is that from the Walmart commercial, or is that Klondike bar, or is that like
What
Ricola?
would you do for Ricola?
Cola. Oh, okay. Anyway, okay. Speak
Yeah.
at my internship. Sorry. Side note, real quick. Also, yeah, all those animes are great. Side note, I'm at my internship, right? And we
Mm-hmm.
have to do this thing where we have to like answer questions to share with people, and they're like, "Oh, what's a commercial that gets stuck in your head?" And I'm like, "Oh God," I'm thinking, what is the first one comes to your mind, Mo?
Roto Rooter, that's the name. You can
No,
wave your troubles down the drain. Roto Rooter.
that is a good one, and I thought about doing that one, but I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go with the Jeff Martin auto collision commercial, the." When you get an accident, don't hesitate. Call 7288888.
7288888.
Yeah. So like, I was like, yeah, guys, this is the one I know. And I said it, and everyone like looked at me and they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, maybe it's an Oklahoma thing. And then the other people from Oklahoma are like, I've never heard that before. And I'm like,
Yes. When you're in trouble, don't hesitate.
hey,
Call
call
7
7288888.
8888888.
Eight. How many ever eights there are? But literally, I was like, that would always get stuck in my head. Sorry. Besides the point. Let's do our number one.
Yeah.
Do you want me
You
to
want
do
to do
this?
it, Maddie?
Oh yeah. So, if anybody knows anything about anime, but has seen anything good, and has ever listened to this podcast, you guys know what this number one will be.
He's got to get positioned for this one.
I'm like ready. Like, wait, where's the shrine? Where's the shrine? It's in the closet. It's in the other closet. But guys, our biggest plot reveals from a true masterpiece. Like honestly, just amazing. What studio made this anime, Mo?
I really want to read it as ass read, but I know that that's not right, and so I'm going to
Ass
say
Read Studios.
ass read.
Ass Read.
I really want to say ass read,
It's
but
Ass
I
Read
know that
now.
that's not right.
Yeah, so our number one biggest plot reveal in any anime that was just the biggest what the F moment ever is from Future Diary. Mira Nikki, our yandere queen, Maddie's waifu, Maddie's password to his computer. But like, just truly, Gasai is a godsend. She literally is a godsend. Major
Well,
spoiler. But yeah, the big plot reveal in this anime is. Wait, were you gonna say something, Mo? Sorry.
I was gonna say I was like the big plot reveal is
Oh yeah,
that
like it literally is the fact that
they're
is a
playing the
goddess.
game again.
Yeah, she won the game. Apparently, okay. Though I will admit this is a plot hole in the anime that doesn't make sense. They're a little god, but they can't bring back the dead. Which I
Well, I
was
think
like,
she revamped time, like she went back in time.
no, she did. But the fact that they can't just bring back the dead just didn't make sense to me.
Oh yeah,
I was like, excuse me, what?
God.
But besides the point. But like, yeah, so she realized that like there's so many questions this whole time. Like, why is Yuna suddenly really good at fighting with every single weapon? Why is she so obsessed with Yuki? Why does she know everything about Yuki? Why is she like, what's up with the dead parents? What's up with the third body? Plot twist: the third body is Yuno Gasai from a different timeline because
Yes,
won the game, decided to
from
go
the second timeline.
yeah, decided to go back to the first timeline and decided to butcher her younger self so she could be with Yuki again, her senpai. To what she was gonna do again is just repeat the whole thing over again and
Yeah,
again and just live through this cycle. And it's just like one, it just made everything just made sense all of a sudden. But also it was just like, what the F? Like, are you kidding? Like, it literally was like, even though I called it like a boss,
yeah. Like I remember, like we got like halfway through, and then I was like, "Oh, like dude, you're gonna love this like plot twist like thing." And he literally looked over at me. He's like, "It's this, right?" And I was like, "Fuck you!" Like, "Fuck you!"
I will be honest, the only reason I guessed that absurd of a plot twist is because Mo was like, "You're never gonna guess it. It's so absurd." And I'm like, "What's the most absurd thing I could possibly think of for this anime?" And I was like, "She already won, and it's just a repeat of the timeline." And I said that, and she was like, "Fuck you." I remember sitting on the couch. Dude, that was such a great anime. Like literally, I remember like every day we were at work, I was like, "Can I come over and finish Future Diary right
No,
now?"
literally, like I remember showing it to you, and you're like, "Can we finish it?" Like I really want to
I
continue
think we did in
watching
like
it.
2 or 3 sessions. Like I
Yeah,
think
we
we did
did
in
it
two
like
sessions.
I think we finished it in like 2 days.
Yeah, like we watched the shit out of that show. That's 25 episodes, and it was like the best 25 episodes of my life. This woman was beautiful. She fought for her husbando so well. She was just, you know, Mo's face right now. She's just so done with my bullcrap.
My waifu.
Oh my- but it does deserve to be on number one, mostly because of Maddie's bias. If we're gonna be
Yeah.
honest.
I guarantee you though, if you would have known the plot twist to your name, you would have been like, "Oh yeah, your name's number
I
one."
have a feeling, yeah, probably. I just didn't know it, and I was not going to go down off this hill. I was not going to fight off this. This hill is my hill. You cannot come to. Will come and murder you in your sleep. I'll manifest her into real life. But yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, that's our top 10s list, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys agree or disagree, or if there's any we missed, please let us know. Because mostly, because I would love to watch an anime with a great plot twist. If we're gonna be honest, because we
Just
just
don't say the plot twist.
yeah, don't be a fucking bitch, okay? Don't be a gatekeeper. Oh God, don't even
Gatekeepers.
gatekeepers. But yeah, whatever. Besides the point. But yeah, Mo, would you like to shamelessly plug our podcast?
Yeah, you can. We are Bingers Anime Edition. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and TikTok at Bingers Anime Edition. You can find us on Twitter at Anime Bingers.
Speaking of TikTok, Mo, is someone TikTok famous? Is someone is
Yes,
someone getting TikTok famous?
yes. So, I posted a TikTok probably about a week ago.
Was this on your private one, right?
Yes, this is on my private one.
Would you like to
And
shamelessly plug your private podcast?
yes,
I mean,
I'm on TikTok at Molly Joe Feeler. Go find it. If you really like the reincarnation manhwas, you will love my content.
yeah, guys, it was actually pretty funny. I actually laughed a lot watching it. I was like, I have no idea what's going on, but the bitch slap was great.
I have 800 followers on TikTok right now.
Oh my gosh, is that a lot?
I mean, it's a lot to me because I've never had more than 20.
Yeah, I know that is actually a big deal. Like, it's like, what the heck?
Like a week ago, I was at 25 followers, and now I'm at almost 800.
well, and you got to keep cranking out that content now.
I know.
You got to please the masses. You're gonna
I
be the
I
next Nikki.
I think that the next TikTok that I'm doing for that is that I'm going to like pretend to like study all of this knowledge, like business and like architecture and like medicine and stuff, because always in those manhwas the girl knows the vast amount of knowledge and is like, I'm bringing the 21st century to like the 1800s.
Right? We have to be ready for it. You got to be prepared. You got to study for it.
And so yeah.
But yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have a small problem. We need to figure out what we're doing for next week.
Yes.
We don't have
Do
a
you want to
jar.
do music recs?
Yes, let's do music rights first. Mo, could you please go first?
So my music rec, I've been watching this one anime called Sada San Mai. It's really weird. I don't really know what the plot of it is. All I know is that it's about duck turtles, singing and dancing, anuses, and boxes.
Wait, hold
Um,
up. Wait, anuses and boxes?
yeah,
What?
I don't really know, Matt. I don't really know. I'm confused about it too. But honestly, I find myself singing and dancing to the songs and the openings, and so I'm for it. So I'm going to
Okay.
recommend a song actually in the show called "Otterly Sexy."
Utterly sexy. Like
Yeah,
otters?
"Otterly Sexy."
I
I'll have
literally
to I'll
can't.
have to send you the video of it. It's pretty fucking funny.
I can't. Okay, fine. I'll watch it sometime. I guess it's my turn to wreck something. Uh, yeah. Um, I think I haven't recommended Dr. Stone's third opening
Oh my gosh.
because I first hated it, but I've been listening to it again. I'm like, it's like jazzy and it's kind of like. Yeah, have you seen the third season of Dr. Stone? I
I
mean,
didn't know Dr. Stone had a third season. Or
second season. It's the third opening.
second season, first opening.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like jazzy. It's kind of swings
I have
that.
not seen Dr.
Yeah.
Stone
I was like,
season 2
oh
yet.
yeah, it's jazzy, and I like it.
For it
So
to
like,
get dubbed because I watched it dubbed
it's all
originally.
dubbed.
It
And
is?
the newest episode just came out dubbed.
Okay, cool.
Well, there might be one more episode, but I think it's all there.
Okay, because I've been watching like Skate the Infinity and they don't have all the dub out for Skate the Infinity yet. Like there's the last episode
Tragic.
they don't have out.
Tragic. But yeah. And now we need to figure out what we're doing for next week.
Do you want me to spin my wheel?
We could spin the wheel, but I have an idea too. So next
Okay.
week, this month, it's June, it's Pride Month. Do you think we should
Okay.
do a Pride themed anime?
Like BL?
Yeah. Specifically given.
Specifically given. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I've been wanting to do given. So.
And it'll give me an excuse to finally watch the movie.
Please, so, like, oh my god, yes. I've been wanting to talk to you about the freaking movie.
Guys, it's set in stone. It is solidified. It has become the heart of the gods.
So next week are we doing Given?
Yes, we're gonna do Given, both the show and the movie. I probably will not rewatch the show, so if you could rewatch it, that would be great.
Okay. I honestly remember what happened.
I remember pretty much everything that happened. I'll watch like some highlights or something. The song. Yeah. I'll listen to the song and cry again. I love it. I love it. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning in this week to this top 10 and our 1-year anniversary.
Also, thank you for putting up with all of our bullshit being this in 2 different locations.
Yeah.
We very much appreciate all of you.
Literally in that moment you cut out. So perfect. Great job, Mo.
Yeah. Let me say that again. So I want to say thank
Oh
you
no,
to
we're gonna
Austin.
keep it. We're keeping it as is. Just
Okay,
it's
yeah.
proving a point. It's a point
Yeah.
proved. But we'll keep fidgeting with it, figuring it out, and also Mo is doing some things for the podcast to celebrate our 1 year. So look forward to that episode because I'm
It
looking
will
forward
be a
to
big
it.
episode.
It's gonna be funny. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right. See
All
you
right,
guys next week.
all right. Good luck binging.
Bye.
Bye bye.